forgot there was that court case today, so let's see. I saw somebody say something about court, so we're gonna see if we can get in there.
Alright. So no, I'm not going to recuse myself. If you believe that I am biased,
Damn, you couldn't
then
just
in this
excuse me,
state,
dog.
you can file for an appeal, or you could file
Let
for
me
a
out.
mistrial after the case.
Go sit down.
Yeah, it was crazy.
I filed a ProdigyRP appeal, Your Honor, because I feel like that's very detrimental to this case. We'd be wasting our time here.
We've already wasted hours of our time because the two of you want to whip out your manhoods and measure them and call each other tiny and small men because your egos need the boost for whatever reason.
Your Honor, that's perjury. I have not once called him short. I have not called his manhood tiny. I have made no comments about his physical stature.
Your Honor, I'd also argue that Atwater does not have a big enough manhood to whip it out. I think he's right. I'm on his side.
Bro, you guys are being very disrespectful to the court of law. Y'all all need to chill the hell out.
You're right. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Holy shit.
I'm going to take a 5-minute recess.
Is that another one for that one? Or?
Damn.
I suggest you take a walk and you both come back to this courtroom with a little more decorum and professionalism, please.
Your Honor, can I talk during the recess?
Yo, Ashwater.
You're allowed to talk
Ashwater.
during a recess.
You
but I
guys.
would
Thank
ask
you, Your Honor.
I would ask you to remember that you are just an audience member in this court case, and
Yeah,
No.
but I was just, pointing out the difference because
Can we
nobody
get
else was.
a
It's
tally
different
on
between
the
teaching and recusing.
contempt charges real quick?
no,
Dumbass
not what
cops.
court's still in session.
Holy shit. They
Sorry.
got
It's
crazy.
ex parte. I'm sorry, I can't talk to you until it's over.
What did I miss?
No, not you. I was talking to Shepard. He's a plaintiff.
We're at 7. The line is 10.
Excuse me.
Rico is currently covering the spread.
No, he got eliminated.
No, I'm tired of keeping track of it. I'm so.
Eliminated.
You're supposed to push. Yeah, pretty much. Same thing happened yesterday. And then this is.
You're supposed to push, Tony.
I think I could become a lawyer at this point.
Cringe, honestly.
Is that
If that dude gets hired by anybody after this, I'd be surprised.
This is great, man. This is the reason I came to America is for this shit.
This is something.
What is this?
I never say I've seen a court case go quite like this.
There's two different judges that's got pissed off about
Tony,
this.
didn't you get 300K yesterday?
I've lost almost all of it in the contempt. It's multiplying.
Some.
Yeah, so every time it's 10 by 10 by. I'm gonna be poor as fuck. Oh, a lot, but that up there, that's 500,000 for me. That's not 10K each offense. That's multiplicative. They said at the beginning.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's the
Hey
problem.
guys,
So
there's
it's
a new
10,
GoFundMe
30,
going out.
60, and then 100, and okay, it's 150. It's not 5. Yeah, so I'm getting there. I want to go a little harder though. You're an expensive man, Mr. North. Listen, even if they sue you for this one, it's gonna be worth it. Even if they win for some reason, it's gonna be worth it.
The only way they
Don't
win
worry,
is
Tony,
if
I
he
got you,
changes
man.
diaper.
I have a.
I want to know what I missed.
I'm going with she's just going to throw out the case. doesn't want to hear it anymore.
Good, you know.
This shit is spicy. Holy fuck.
I'm just over it. I had to put in.
Oh,
Mask off, buddy.
man, sorry, no, dude.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you too, Volca. Take the mask off.
Yeah, that's kind of insane.
Sir, can I get you to take your mask off, please?
Why, man?
Because I'm asking you to take your mask off inside the courtroom. Please, may you take it off. Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate the cooperation. Yeah, spicy. Love it.
Fuck, it's so fuck. It's not diluted
It's
with
okay. So
irrelevant
here's my,
shit.
A thing.
here's,
So
here's
like,
my thing, right? So obviously,
you know how
this whole case is about right,
quote unquote
Colonel Lane
adopt
and
somebody,
His
send
leg,
them
that's
money,
it.
and then they
his
send you a
leg.
picture. I think that's what you're getting.
And Atwater, look, to
don't
be
get
honest,
that.
Atwater, his points have been against or about the leg, right? 100%.
He's a good guy.
Some things have been questionable in regards to what has been said, yeah, for sure. But
Anybody's,
anything
ethic
that,
and technically
um,
aren't considered
whatever, Mills,
so
Rigo, I don't know what the
one
fuck his name
uh,
is. Anything that he's been saying,
You know
it is
what that
literally-
came from? Is that they
is-
literally
is
petitioned the Vatican
literally
because
fucking
they couldn't get fish.
nothing about the leg
so they
at
have
all.
bar.
So I'm fucking confused.
Sorry.
He's pretty
Sorry,
dangerous.
baby.
not gonna lie.
Because he's had that's Atwater's whole point right now is he's had good founding he's had good founding objections that have just been tossed away and he doesn't know why. Like
No,
they're
100%.
relevant. And, like
But
they're good objections but they're not being heard.
Make a police report.
Is she aware of that? Like,
That's his
make a
point.
police
Well,
report.
yeah, he just
Might
told
be
us.
man just said he
That's
gave
why
me money from an
she
illicit
doesn't want to
activity.
recuse herself. Now he said impeach her
Yeah.
first. That's why
I don't know
put it
why,
in.
but I'm just
Tony's
letting you
like,
know so I don't get
"That's
out
not how
of
it
the.
works.
I don't
You
get arrested.
asked them to
I ain't do
recuse
nothing
themselves."
wrong.
Like, that's not what he asked though. He asked if he could motion for
God damn you.
impeach.
Sorry.
Not the same thing.
Why the fuck did you say that on Twitter?
Hey, get that out of the way. Please.
I want
and
to pick
thank you.
chess.
I should. It's for. Oh my god.
Sorry.
Fucking courtroom. Why would you?
Okay.
Oh shit.
Well,
I don't know what's going on.
Good luck.
God.
That's
Kind of wild.
Shit, did not mean to do that.
Yeah, be careful going through them gates, boy. Get in
I don't know
trouble.
where to sit. I'm scared. I'll go down here.
Come
with me.
Yeah, let's just the boys sit together.
Oh,
Stuff
shit.
masters.
Now we're just stuck. Solid.
Nah, because this motherfucker could be shitting his pants, so I'm not saying.
Bro, that wasn't even
Yeah.
fucking me, man. Fuck
That's
that.
it. Yeah, it was. I was
It
there.
wasn't me,
Hey,
bro. It
question. Are
wasn't
you guys,
fucking me.
trained to change diapers?
The fuck?
Or is that usually like in our?
Go down here.
Well, there.
Alright.
No, there's
Oh dear God, I got the pants shitter. God damn it.
Bro,
my God.
I am not. Oh,
Here. Switch, Jamal. Switch spots.
bro.
So
You guys
switch
are fucking
spots.
annoying.
Does the court case have any huggies? Just in spare.
Shut the fuck. Man,
All right.
both of y'all,
Now,
okay?
now everybody
Well,
sit.
Whether you're there or not.
We gotta eat first real quick because whenever I unsit, I
yeah,
fucking
you're
appear
too close.
behind the
So
chair.
sit your ass over.
Yeah.
I don't want the smell of horse semen on me.
What?
Okay.
Is that, do you call that a date?
Oh, you didn't know? Yeah, AJ stuck.
Shut the fuck up.
You know what? I
Assistance.
don't even want to know. I'm gonna be real.
I'm gonna sit somewhere else. Move,
Bro,
bitch.
no, AJ. Okay.
The next witness choose one of these screens who is not a lawyer or a justice.
Chill.
Charge them with contempt and 15 months
chill,
in prison
sit
and
down,
$10,000.
Move, bitch.
Oh, I don't know where to go.
That's how this works.
You can't get out that way.
Please, for the love of God. Grab millions. Do not make me get up. I don't want to get up.
This
Crap
guy,
like a wild
bro.
animal.
What a crybaby. Wow.
I used to play Fishfield. Remember Fishfield?
Imagine being mad at me because you called. Never mind. That's work. Shit. Leave it over.
I'm gonna sit over. Excuse me, ma'am. Sorry.
Probably not high enough.
There we go.
Ma'am.
There are seats behind.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Actually, the show was
Sorry. Excuse me. Sorry.
I did. Thank you.
I should probably turn my notice off.
Good for you.
Oh,
All right,
we're back.
appellate court
That's
back in
gunshot.
session.
Just go over.
I'd like both counselors to approach the bench.
I got my lifetime supply of chili dogs on me.
Bro, fucking Mills has 5 fucking strikes. Tallies.
Hell
Oh
yeah,
my goodness.
He's him. He's Timothy.
Multiple ethics complaints against the
Mills is the dude with black hair.
Yeah.
Okay. Damn. Well, he is fucking Timothy for sure.
He's Timothy. I'm hiring him as my fucking lawyer. I swear.
I swear, dude.
Nah, I'm
Oh
just
man, this
there,
court
be
case
quiet
is
as
just this court case is fucking something. I tell you what.
Ooh.
This whole thing is a shit show.
Did you hear that?
Hey,
We'll be back
Trooper, are you
soon.
gonna sit down or?
Yeah.
Straightforward answer. I'll give it that.
This motherfucker breathing heavy as fuck on my neck.
Dude, I need to go.
Literally
I'm gonna
waiting
stop this week.
for anybody to yell out, and you're getting kicked out.
Uh oh.
That's why I'm standing here, so I can see who it
He's
is when it
upset.
happens.
How do you know it's us? How do you know it's not somebody else over there?
Yeah.
Well, I couldn't tell before when one of you guys was eating, so now I'm standing here so I can see who it is.
But you're assuming it's us though. On this side of the court.
You can only be in so many places at once, buddy.
Right. I just noticed you're pretty fucking swole. What do you use? You want to train?
Dumbbells.
Dumbbells? No steroids.
No.
100% natty is what you're saying.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
How much you bench, dog?
Who the hell are they talking to?
Sure.
Probably.
I mean, you can try. $10 if you can.
$10?
$10 if you can.
Bench a certain weight for $10.
It sounds like you're too scared to me. Were you lying when you said you could bench me?
Of course he doesn't.
I was not lying.
Mm-hmm. But $10 is $10, right?
How much you weigh? Like 120 string bean?
No. You're way off, bucko.
Double you.
Hey, I got a question. What was the last
I weigh
thing you
250.
ate? Because your breath hot as fuck.
Is it?
Yeah, it is. You need to take a breath mint.
I mean, I got one if you want one. Here,
No,
Yeah.
I'm good.
take that.
They want to try to do.
You sure?
Said I'm
Oh,
good.
I think it's come back.
Okay.
You want to do that or no?
Are you so mad,
Talk
officer?
about that or no?
Yeah. Colonel might be thinking, but I'm here.
Are you mad?
Perfectly fine, sir. Focus on the case.
You sure? Because you seem mad.
And
If we're not gonna do the little settlement thing, can we just ask her to make a?
Is that a mint you just ate?
What?
I mean, we could. We have to let him.
Why you sound so mad, dog? I'm just trying to chat you.
I
Jeez.
asked what?
yeah,
I
my
didn't
client's
hear
not
what you
interested in a settlement, Your Honor.
All right, officer, shut the fuck up now.
Oh,
I'm trying to
they're
hear.
talking. Okay.
Yes, we are doing it.
All right, thank you.
Are we still needed at the bench, Your Honor, if we're not doing the other thing we discussed?
Oh, sorry, I wasn't speaking.
Officer, can you please sit down? Your breath is hot as fuck. Like, can you please sit down, bros?
Don't tell me to shut the fuck up and then keep talking to me, buddy. Why don't you shut it? There's nothing more I would
Damn.
like for you to stop talking to me.
You got bitch, DJ.
So, are there any other questions that you, Mr. Mills, have for Corporal Shepard?
Absolutely, Your Honor. I still have the outstanding question that I asked him. That was being objected to repeatedly. That you overruled repeatedly. Am I going to be able to ask that same question, Your Honor, without objections in my ears before Mr. Shepard is able to answer?
I overruled the objection. You may ask the question.
Excellent. Mr. Shepard, while in uniform, just to bring you back, we had just talked, I asked you if in uniform you had ever made any comments on your personal opinions of other people's negatively or on politics while in uniform, and you said yes. I then asked you for an example of that and when you have done that.
I think my comment about the mayor is the example you need.
I'm asking for an example outside of that. We've already established that you've done that. And that wasn't in uniform.
I can't recall a particular instance.
Mr. Shepard, have you ever made a negative comment regarding the justice system while in uniform?
I can't recall.
Have you ever made a negative comment about an individual that you are arresting or investigating while in uniform?
Yes.
You have an example.
Calling somebody an idiot for committing a crime.
Do you do this often?
No.
Have you ever called anyone boring while in uniform? Someone that you are arresting or otherwise engaged in your professional capacity?
I can't recall.
Yeah, like what?
Have you ever had a disciplinary report for shooting an unarmed civilian? I can't hear you.
Sorry, I didn't say anything. I don't know.
You don't know?
No.
Have you ever shot an unarmed civilian?
I can't recall.
Is it normal for other officers, Mr. Shepard, to not recall if they've ever shot an unarmed civilian or not?
Objection, speculation.
Yes.
In your professional opinion, as an expert on law enforcement, Mr. Shepard, as someone who has served as already, the foundation's already been made by your counselor and by your colleague, Mr. Lane. Do you believe it is normal for a law enforcement officer to not remember if they've shot an unarmed civilian or not?
I'm going to still object to speculation. He's not a psychiatrist, so he can't speak to what's in people's minds. He's also not a mind reader.
But he can speak professionally to the
The
fact if this is a normal occurrence or not.
In the police force, yeah. It's...
I will sustain the objection.
No, should not be
It is a
sustained
bit
there.
speculative, and he has not been qualified as an expert witness in this court.
Okay.
I would argue that, Your Honor, he was just his experience and expertise was listed by counsel and established in the initial testimony. Mr. Lane, yesterday, when I asked Mr. Lane questions, I did so purposefully about Mr. Shepard's record and conduct so that Mr. Lane could establish him as an expert, which he did.
Your Honor, it's been in prior court cases, I think even with you, that a name and rank is not establishing as an expert.
I asked specifically on his experience and his ability as a law enforcement officer, in which Mr. Lane said that he would trust him in any instant to have his back while he was on duty.
He didn't say that. He said he
Answer
would.
me.
As well as, Your Honor,
Answer me.
he also
I
talked
said
about
answer me. I'm not going to
his
take no for an answer.
ability
You're going to answer me.
and,
No, I don't care if I'm disturbing
knowledge
everything. Hey,
of
I know
service.
people are looking at you funny.
I asked
Answer
questions
me right
specifically for
now.
that reason.
Answer me. I'm going to keep going until you answer me.
So you
Okay?
wish to qualify
Answer me.
him as
You
an
got to do
expert
it.
in law enforcement.
Absolutely, Your Honor.
Bro, turn your ringer off, man. Who was that?
Your Honor, I'd argue that this is kind of contradictory because he's both impeaching him as a law enforcement officer and trying to qualify him as an expert. He can't have his cake and eat
That's
it.
not an objection, Your Honor.
It's goes to qualifying this expert as a witness, or this witness as an
That's
expert.
still not an objection, Your Honor.
It's not an objection, it's a rebuttal. So that part is correct.
Which he can do in crawl, which he can do in the redirect.
So if you're asking because of his expertise and because of the questions answered on the stand yesterday by Colonel Lane, to qualify Corporal Shepard as an expert, in that case, I will allow it. If Counselor Atwater wishes to try to impeach him as an expert, he may do so.
Actually, Your Honor, why are we entertaining objections from him on a cross-examination?
Because you can still object on cross.
You can
I don't know
only
if you've been watching
object
too much Law and
on
Order.
if it's state's law, if it's like it violates state law. That's literally the only way you can object on a cross-examination.
Is that true?
So I will allow him to be qualified as an expert and answer the question.
Absolutely. Thank you, Your Honor.
Could you repeat the question, please, Counselor?
Mr. Shepard, in your expert opinion, do law enforcement officers often are law enforcement officers usually unable to recall if they've
Or if
shot
they
a
relate to
civilian or
matters
not?
not discussed during direct examination. So if they're unrelated.
As officers, we are in multiple shooting situations a day, every day. For something to not just blend in, it would have to be an extreme situation.
So relevance we could do.
So I don't recall.
You don't recall what in particular?
You asked me if I'd shot a civilian, and I can't recall.
I'm asking you if it's common for law enforcement officers to not recall that.
I won't speak for others. I'll stand by the statement I made.
Objection, Your Honor. The witness is non-responsive.
Your Honor, he can't speak to other people's frame of mind within his SOPs, his training, or anything like that. He can't. Every officer is different and could act in different ways given that situation.
Well, that should be the answer in which we have now qualified him as an expert that he should give. And I would remind counsel again, you cannot object on a cross-examination.
I'm going to remind you that you're just wrong.
I am not wrong.
I can object.
I am correct.
Objections are allowed no matter what.
Oh, my Jesus
You and your
Christ.
fallacies, dude.
Here we go again.
Your Honor.
That's enough of the back
It's court
and
date.
forth. I've given you multiple warnings. The next contempt from either of you comes with jail time.
Damn. Ooh.
Please
Your Honor.
charge Counselor Atwater 1 count of contempt.
Thank you.
Please.
I'm sorry, for what, Your Honor, exactly?
For getting into a bickering match instead of just making your rebuttal and allowing me to rule on it. The two of you want to argue like children in front of me. So you want me to be your
Because-
mother? Fine, I will. Shut
Your
up.
Honor, he's making
and
up
let
the
me
law, and
do
you're
my
not making
job.
any proper rulings on it.
Thank you, mommy.
What? Holy.
My title is Your Honor or Justice.
Yes, you're right.
Counselor Mills.
That a bullet just hit. So.
AK.
We're all fine, right? Totally all fine.
Oh shit.
That said, I will
Answer the phone or I'm
I will
whooping
ask
your
you to
ass.
restate the question
Answer the phone
for
or
the
I'll...
court record
I'm so
again,
sorry.
one
I'm
more
so sorry.
time,
Excuse me, excuse me.
and I will ask the witness to answer to the best of his ability.
Excellent. I was asking Mr. Shepard if, in his expert law enforcement opinion, it is common for officers to forget if they've been involved in a civilian shooting when they're unarmed.
Sorry about that, officer. Sorry about that. Let me
Back the fuck up.
thank you.
That's common?
We took my ringer off too.
Mr. Shepard, did you see my client driving a vehicle towards you and Jack's Lane on the day of question of this incident?
Sorry, could you repeat yourself?
Did you see my client driving the vehicle that allegedly hit you and Jack's Lane on the day of the incident?
I only saw a man with blackface covering.
So you did not see my client?
I'm sorry?
So you did not see my client? Yes or no? Please answer the question.
No.
Makes me wonder why we're here. Okay. Mr.
Objection.
Shepard.
Testifying.
Oh, Oliver, Your Honor, I will strike that gladly. Mr. Shepard, how much have you worked, on what days and for what number of hours have you worked in the last week?
Objection asked and answered during his direct examination.
Your Honor, I am able to ask this direct. I am allowed to re-ask these questions, or at least seek clarification on them, which I'm doing.
I believe it was asked how many days that he was out
That's
of
not
work.
what they...
Well, hold on, because he's saying asked and answered. I believe what was asked in his direct testimony,
Oh my god, what the
according to the record,
you okay, bro?
was how many days he was out of work. And how many of the days that he was out of work would he have worked? I do not believe any question was asked as to what his recent work hours were. So it does not qualify under ask and answer.
Your Honor, if I may correct, I did ask him, so do you typically work every day? To which he stated yes.
Right, I'm asking for what specific days he worked and for what hours. I'm not asking for him to speculate, as I had objected when those questions were answered. I'm asking for particulars.
We're trying to just wrap this up.
Okay.
If you, yeah. Okay. I appreciate it.
Again, it does, the particular days in the last, as I'm understanding this question to be, is which days in the last week did he
Yes.
work? Okay. That is a
Yes.
very particular span of time, and a very particular span of days, not just every day. So it does not qualify under the asked and answered objection. Therefore, I'm overruling it, and you may ask your question.
Mr. Shepard, which days in the last week did you work and for how many hours? Mr. Shepard.
Sorry, I had to look at my calendar. This particular week from Sunday until yesterday due to court.
Mr. Shepard, are you looking at your calendar right now, or are you trying to determine, based on duty logs, what you work?
I'm looking at my calendar. I don't have access to duty logs.
Okay.
As for hours, I would say 4 to 5.
For this entire week?
Yes.
How about the week prior?
I don't recall.
The week prior to that?
I don't recall.
The week prior to that?
I don't recall.
The week prior to that?
I don't recall.
And the week prior to that?
Your Honor, asked and answered. Let's move this on, please. It's going
No,
nowhere.
Your Honor. I am going back to January. It's not asked and answered. I'm specifically asking. I have a cutoff. Trying to ascertain compensation and losses, you have to prove that you have established a set of working hours
Counselor's testifying
that are
now.
consistent. I'm arguing back why I'm asking the question for the objection, Counselor.
I haven't ruled on the objection yet. He is making a rebuttal to your objection. It's not
Yes.
testifying.
So what I am doing, Your Honor, is I am going back to as far back, just over a month, and back to 3 months, which is usually the buffer that is used for compensation to determine whether or not to determine someone's average compensation to determine damages. So what I'm trying to do is figure that out, because if both Mr. Shepard and Mr. Lane cannot show a pattern of what they worked and how long they worked for, and none of that is submitted into evidence, then therefore what is being asked for by counsel is illegitimate. I'm arguing damages, and that's what my questioning and line of questioning is about.
He asked similar questions of, I'm looking back at the record, similar questions of Corporal Lane. Each week was delineated separately. Each week is a separate question. So I'm overruling your objection on asked and answered. It is a different time frame each question.
Yes. Now, just to remind you, Mr. Shepard, the week that I'm asking about now is the week of January 1st. How about that week?
I don't recall.
The week of December 24th?
I don't recall.
The week of December 17th?
I don't recall.
The week of December 10th?
I don't recall.
The week of December 3rd?
I don't recall.
Mr. Shepard, would it be safe to assume, to get this out of the way for your counsel's sake, that you will not be able to recall any of the weeks preceding that of December 3rd?
Preceding what?
December 3rd.
Yeah.
Your Honor, I'd like it on the record that Mr. Shepard has at least determined that he cannot recall from February 22nd all the way to January 22nd to December 22nd, all the way back to November 22nd. Mr. Shepard, where were you standing when you were struck by a vehicle?
Car.
In the car?
In front of it.
In front of the police vehicle?
Yes. I was directing traffic.
Mr. Shepard, what do they call this area of the vehicle?
Good question.
I was wasn't in the policeman's alley. I was to the side of my car, in front of it.
Mr. Shepard, are you familiar with no man's land, a phrase in terms of traffic stops and vehicle placement as a police officer? Are you familiar with the term the area of death?
No.
You have no knowledge of these terms.
No.
Where are cadets, as an expert in law enforcement, instructed not to stand in relation to a vehicle on a traffic stop?
We weren't on the traffic stop. In front of it.
Excellent. When you are parking a vehicle with sirens on in an emergency situation, where are cadets, in your expert opinion as law enforcement officer, instructed not to stand?
I don't recall.
This motherfucker incompetent? I don't recall. What the fuck you mean?
Are you aware of where you're not supposed to stand as a police officer on a traffic stop or in an emergency situation with your lights and sirens on, Mr. Shepard?
Yes.
Which is it? Do you not recall? Or yes?
I don't recall the cadet's orders of placement. I know where I should not stand.
And where is that, Officer Shepard?
In front of the vehicle.
Your Honor, I'd like it on the record that Mr. Shepard, when I asked him originally where he was standing, he said that he was in front of the vehicle. And he has now answered here in a court of law that as a police officer, he's instructed not to stand in the front of the vehicle.
Can I specify what I mean by front with the white word?
Your Honor, Mrs. Shepard is attempting to expound, and my question has been asked and answered. Thank you.
Do you have any redirect for your witness, Counselor Atwater?
Yes, Your Honor.
May I approach?
Corporal Shepard, can you clarify for the record what you meant by standing in front of your police car?
As the colonel drew, my vehicle was parked at an angle. I was standing to the side of the vehicle, but in the direction of traffic travel, it would qualify as the front.
By the side, do you mean where the doors are located?
Yes.
Okay. No further questions, Your Honor.
Which door? Ask which door. Passenger door. God damn it.
All right, Corporal Shepard, you may step down.
Antonio's 50K so far.
Do you have any other witnesses, Counselor Atwater?
All we seek to do, Your Honor, is to just bring into recognition the medical records that have been filed as evidence, as well as the police report on file. I'm not pointing to anything in particular. I just want to make sure that they are acknowledged as evidence.
Your Honor, I'm objecting to the inclusion of the police report.
What?
The police report is at odds with testimony of Jack Slane as to when the accident took place. If you look at the police report, it is dated as the 24th at 00 EST. Mr. Lane's testimony puts the accident at another time, which makes the police report unreliable. In addition, Your Honor, there is no witness testimony that is paved out in the police report. There is only notes. There is an expectation based on the inclusion of this report that Mr. Pike's reference in these notes could be taken as testimony.
If I may, Your Honor, I want to correct Mr. Mills. It is the 21st of January 24, 21 Jan 24. Which at the time of night that this event occurred, it could be the 20th, it could be the 21st. It was very late or very early.
Yes, Your Honor, but the times given by Mr. Lane do not add up with 00 EST. The time on the report is wrong or the witness testimony is wrong. Therefore, it includes the police report.
I'm not going to argue the way someone sets their watch.
It's not what I'm doing, Your Honor.
Get fucked.
It's at completely different times. It's not a matter of time zone or a watch. It has nothing to do with that.
I don't even remember.
I don't either. Took so fucking long to go to trial. Like, how are we supposed to remember all this?
Yeah.
Oh shit!
So it looks like the report was filed at,
I didn't specify a time. I just
when
said
I
it
can
was
see,
a sunny day, and then I woke up at night.
the report
in the
itself was
hospital.
filed at 12:30
I don't think I set a
EST
time.
on the 21st of January.
Yeah, I didn't think so. You said it was a sunny day.
The date and time is listed as the 21st of January at midnight. And looking through my notes, the only testimony I have from Colonel Lane is that he said it happened on the 20th. I do not see any testimony in the notes that said a specific time from Lane. Only that when he testified, he said it was the 20th. But I'm looking that I personally took because I did not have a clerk. I don't have a clerk tonight. And I do not believe that Colonel Lane testified as to any time, just a date.
I want to say it so bad, but I don't. I don't know who all can hear me from town.
Boom.
1 second, Your Honor.
Backpedaling, backpedaling.
I'd also, with the police report, also like to challenge its accuracy based on the following statement from Shepard. Shepard testified here in court today that all he saw was a white blur. What his statement says on the police report is that he turned his back to Jack's Lane towards the vehicle, the parked vehicle, and they were struck by a large van or SUV. The level of detail differentiates between the police report and his testimony today.
Yeah, because it's been 3 fucking months.
Yeah, Your Honor, that's due to the fact of the report was written directly after the incident or close thereafter, and now we're 2-3 weeks past. I believe a whole month at this point.
I don't see how that's relevant, Your Honor.
So do you want to remove the entire police statement or just Shepard's statement?
I believe what I'm pointing at, Your Honor, is the integrity of the witness. Again, I was looking at the report as being inaccurate based on the statements that are here, based on the testimony that's here as well. What I'm trying to ascertain or trying to make the point of here is that the police report in its whole, in its entirety, there are statements that are outlined. Andrew Shepard's statement, Jack Slane's statements, and then there's a report placed here that has separate information that is not listed who the information is from or who it was written by, etc. There's no ability to impeach
Are you
who
talking
was
about the beginning
stating the
of the
additional
statement?
information. Yes, Your Honor. Well, I'm talking about the report section of the police report.
On the report section, so the very first statement is 117 Pike responded.
Yes, Your Honor. So,
All right.
yes, I'm looking at that and going down.
It is. I would like to point out, Your Honor, it's also a report written by Eric Pike at the top, and he's the only officer listed on the report. Therefore, it would be his report.
Yes, Your Honor, but he's not impeachable.
Based on common knowledge. What do you mean he's not impeachable? He's in court here today.
Is he in court? Where?
He is.
Yeah, look up.
He's right over there.
Where to? Oh, excellent. Never mind, Your Honor. I'll put Pike to the stand.
All right.
Let's move forward.
So, just so that I'm clear, are you wanting to simply strike Corporal Shepard's statement, or are you willing to leave it in and call Pike to the stand?
I am interested in leaving it in because it highlights the inaccuracy between both statements. I just wanted to point it out for the record, so it's known.
All right. It is noted. Is there anything else that the plaintiffs have before they cede the floor to the defense?
No, Your Honor. I just want to point out that these statements were written on the 21st, the day of the offense, and we're here a month later. So it'd be reasonable for a person to forget things. I doubt anybody in this court could remember what they did a month ago exactly to the T.
I don't even know what day of the
Your
week
Honor, with a
January
month of
21st
witness
was.
prep, I think we both know, you being a former prosecuting
I was probably
attorney,
doing
that
it
is that in particular is not valid.
Both of your statements are noted. Court will consider those when looking at this report. All right. Constable Mills, the floor is yours. Do you wish to give an opening argument?
Yes, Your Honor. Your Honor, based on the testimony that we've heard today from Mr. Lane as well as Mr. Shepard, all we have determined today that there was gross negligence that was undertaken by the law enforcement officers on scene. The position in which they had placed themselves on the scene was negligent and was against any law enforcement procedure that has been taught within any academy that they would have attended or administered on their own. They were negligent in where they stood. They were negligent in their control of the scene. Your Honor, could you please ask Mr. Atwater to save his conjecture for the end? He's continuing to make comment as I speak.
I am not hearing them up here.
Yes, Your Honor,
I will
I'm simply
ask
asking.
if you're going to speak to your clients, that you do so quietly, or wait until the opening argument is over so as not to disrupt it. I may not hear it, but if it's disruption, I'm going to ask that you please don't do it.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Shepard and Mr. Lane stayed in what we have often called the zone of death, the place in front of a vehicle in a high traffic area in which if your vehicle is struck from the rear, it will be propelled into the people or whatever is in front. It will go straight. The whole purpose of placing your vehicle on an angle, Your Honor, as demonstrated by Mr. Lane, is to make sure that if the vehicle is struck by high speed moving traffic, that vehicle is propelled in a direction that is away from people, property, and any danger that could become critical. Mr. Lane and Mr. Shepard showed gross negligence, and based on the testimony that we heard today and yesterday, it is clear that that is the case. In addition, Your Honor, I would like to point out that there is no evidence that has been brought for actual lost wages. There has not been any work records that have been submitted here. We are supposed to just take the speculation of what Mr. Shepard and Mr. Lane could have made for their perceived lost days of work. In reality, Your Honor, what we have seen here today is two public service servants that, while in the line of duty and attending to a dangerous scene on a highway that they knew the risks of when they attended, sustained injuries as a result of it. I thank them both for your service, Your Honor, but at the end of the day, this is the known risk of the job of a public service officer. That's just the way it is. That is the known risk of a law enforcement officer. That is the known risk, Your Honor, of an emergency responder. To prove that there was negligence per se on the side of my client, it would require the counselor to have made an argument that was clearly about how his negligence rose above what will be expected in the line of duty from Officer Shepard and Officer Lane. But it is clear, Your Honor, that based on the training that both of these officers received throughout their law enforcement careers, very senior officers, as they both stated on the stand, that both of these individuals were negligent in the positioning of the vehicle and the positioning of themselves in a dangerous, high-speed, high-traffic area at the location of an area where people just sustained serious critical injuries with a first responder on scene. While I sympathize with Mr. Lane and Mr. Shepard and the injuries that they sustained, at the end of the day, Your Honor, they were negligent. They did not follow the police training, and therefore the burden is not met. Period. What I hope to show you here today, Your Honor, is the fact that not only was the plaintiff's counsel not able to determine that my client for a fact was the driver of the vehicle with witness testimony to support that, they were not able to adequately argue damages or prove damages. And on top of that, all, Your Honor, we have even seen a fact here that both the plaintiff's clients, plaintiff counsel's clients, or the plaintiffs, both of them were not even able to remember simple details. And in fact, Your Honor, both of them were unable to be able to answer simple questions or refuse to. At one point, Mr. Lane even invoked the Fifth Amendment. Mr. Shepard's testimony did not match what was listed as being given on scene on his initial statement. Mr. Shepard has had multiple disciplinary reports. He even, as he left the courtroom yesterday, called our very own mayor that bitch. And Your Honor, Rosa Garcia
What I said.
is that bitch. That's true. She is that bitch. Oh, she was. But I would like it on the record that today, the mayor of our city, she's the bitch. Period. And Your Honor, not only that, Mr. Shepard made false, incriminating statements to say that Miss Garcia challenged her to rob another bank. Mr. Shepard has a record of being an antagonizing, polarizing, and hated figure by the civilians and criminal element of this city. He is unreliable. Mr. Shepard could not even remember if he shot an unarmed civilian in the line of duty, Your Honor. I speak for anyone who has served the pick of the badge when I can tell you, without a doubt, that you remember every time you fire that gun. Every time that you firing that gun leads to a death. Anytime that you fire that gun and that you made a mistake. Because it lives with you when you have a conscience. A police officer does not forget if they've shot an unarmed civilian or not, Your Honor. And with that, the credibility of Mr. Shepard and Mr. Lane is abysmal. Mr. Lane couldn't remember what he had for breakfast, let alone what happened 4 weeks ago. They couldn't remember the last time they were on duty, Your Honor. This case is a purposeful miscarriage of blame towards my client. Asher North is being made of an example of by two officers who are frustrated with the situation that they've been placed in. They have no proof. They have no ability to prove negligence on the part of my client.
Negligence
There was
is what he's going for.
no, there was no speed reading on scene. There was nothing that stated in witness testimony that my client had done anything negligent by driving down the road. And at this point, Your Honor, I don't know that the plaintiff's counsel has even proven that my client even drove down the road or was driving the vehicle or was the individual that was negligent. The only thing that the plaintiff's counsel has proven him between this and the police report is that on scene, my client was a medical. Is that he called for medical assistance and that he needed to be stabilized at the hospital. If anything, Your Honor, my client should be suing the state for the miscarriage of medical treatment and the negligence that he was subjected to that led to his injury. And the state should count itself lucky today that I have not done that. The reality of the situation is, Your Honor, that they were public service officers in the line of duty that went against their training and positioned themselves on the road in a way that was dangerous and against their training. And the only negligence that was available here was the negligence of officers that led to their own injury. There is always a risk on the road of one vehicle connecting with another, especially on a busy roadway like a freeway. That is the expected risk. Period. There is an expected risk when you place your squad car on a roadway with sirens on that it could be struck. That is the reason that we park it that way. That is the reason that any officer positions themselves away from their vehicle. They position themselves and are trained to position themselves in a way that is safe. That's it, Your Honor. That's what I have to prove today. And I believe plaintiff's counsel has done it for me. The reality is that the inconsistencies in testimony and in the police report show everything that needs to be told today. The reality of the situation is there was no case. There was no case at all. No case for damages, no case for negligence, no case for responsibility for my client whatsoever. In fact, Your Honor, I was counting the number of times that my client's name was brought up in plaintiff's questioning of his witnesses. You know how many times that was, Your Honor?
0.
Once.
No.
And I brought it up.
Oh.
One time, my client's name was used in this entire proceeding. Once. That's my opening, Your Honor.
All right. Do you care to call your
That's
first
a
witness?
hella opening, dude.
No, Your Honor. That's it. That's all I've got to present. Because there's nothing I have to present. Because there was no case that was made here. The preponderance of evidence shows that the plaintiff and his clients did not meet any burden whatsoever to even give an inkling that my client could be guilty of anything.
So, by that understanding, are you resting your case?
Yes, Your Honor, and I'm ready for closing.
All right. Counselor Atwater, are you ready for closing? Do you need a moment?
Nope, I'm ready for closing, Your Honor.
All right, you may proceed with the closing statement.
I applaud what just occurred, Your Honor. This case here today has been a rather interesting. We presented evidence that proves that my clients were injured on this. We presented evidence that shows, or to their own testimony, that they work an average amount of hours per week and how many days that they missed, and even attested to sometimes they missed some days of work. Colonel Lane was out in the hospital for 11 days out of work, and Shepard was in the hospital for 1 but missed 8 days total. Colonel Lane admitted that he probably would have only worked a few days out of that 11, whereas Shepard stated that he would have worked all of them. As for everything else you're on, considering that the defense did not actually rebut the testimony within the police report, the defendant has pled guilty to reckless driving and reckless endangerment, which would require him to be the operator of the vehicle on the scene. So it's not something I had to prove when the police report proved it for me, and it was uncontested. Pike even questioned the individual, to which he stated that he was ejected from the vehicle and that he had no recollection of how fast he was going. Now, through his own statements within that record, he stated that he did not notice the police were there until after he had struck them. But through officer testimony, we have that their lights were on, their sirens were not, and they were blocking a section of the highway. They stated that traffic wasn't too crazy, so they would have obviously been visible coming down the highway with their lights on. Aside from the aside from the arguments that have been made here today that maybe weren't very applicable, this is a traffic car accident in which Colonel Lane lost his leg, Corporal Shepard was suffered broken bones, and even the defendant himself was injured on the scene. Both officers testified that they were not within no man's land, as the defendant wants to point out. They testified that they were on the side of the vehicle directing traffic and trying to keep the flow of traffic going for any cars that did show up. While Shepard stated that he was in front of the vehicle, he did then clarify that the front of the vehicle would be to the side as the vehicle was at an angle, which was shown by Colonel Lane. And as far as all of the defense counsel's impeachment testimony, he's brought up nothing but records for Colonel Lane that occurred months ago that have nothing to do with the present matter. He's brought up Shepard's statements that were recently made that, while were rude, only played towards his character with other people, but not to his truthfulness. Your Honor, all we've seen here today is a publicity stunt by the defense counsel to paint a bad picture on the police department because he's upset that he had to resign or he would have faced an IA investigation. There were countless gross misconducts performed by him, which is not the subject today. But he wanted to paint every gross misconduct on the police that also just wasn't the subject. He got lost in the forest among the trees. And so for that, Your Honor, you have no further option but to rule in favor of the plaintiffs and grant them due compensation. Thank you.
Yes, Your Honor. Bravo. Very good, Mr. Atwater. You activated my trap card. Thank you very much for pointing out to the police report of a statement that apparently my client made. In fact, there was no just a statement, Your Honor. That's what he's failed to tell you, is just the point that I was making during his closing of his arguments, his arrest, is the fact that they were simply job notes. And in fact, Your Honor, what ended up happening is that there's no proof that my client was actually striking the officers. If you read the full police report, it shows very clearly that the only thing that my client attested to during his examination, I will lead you to the bottom of the report. It says Asher North reported not seeing the officers until they were struck. Not that he struck them, not that he did anything. He just didn't see them unless they were struck. There's no admittance of guilt in terms of my client striking the officers. In fact, what this police report doesn't do is it doesn't articulate, and this is something that police have been criticized into damnation for by defense attorneys, the fact that they did not write out the burden of proof for the charges and what each charge was for on the side. The only thing that they've proven today is that my client has charges for two things. It doesn't say what it's for or what the reasoning for, what the rationale was, what the burden was that was met. There was nothing here, Your Honor. There's no proof. There's nothing. In a civil court, it doesn't matter. What matters is the most believable argument, the preponderance of evidence. And the most believable argument here is that Andrew Shepard and Jax Lane are utterly incompetent. I don't remember. I don't recall. I don't remember. I don't recall. And I plead the fifth. And then at the end of it, Your Honor, there was a little bit, just a tiny bit, from Mr. Atwater of trying to disparage defense counsel's good name, when in reality, the individual that he should have put on trial and put on stand for the civil proceeding was Asher North. He's the man that they missed in all of this. He is hoping that that Mr. North's credibility, which he did not attack, Mr. North has not had his credibility damaged here whatsoever in this court proceeding. There is no reason to believe that these 3 jot notes on the police report, these 3 jot notes, are enough for us to believe that Mr. Asher was, number one, negligent, that the police in question were not negligent in the placement of the vehicle, which they attested to here on stand, and that they did not go against the train. The plaintiff's counsel did not even argue that point in his closing statement because he knows it's a dying hill. To prove negligence and to make my client, he has to prove that, in fact, the police officers were not negligent themselves, which they were, Your Honor. They proved that they were on the stand in their own testimony. That is the only burden I needed to meet in this entire trial. Mr. Atwater could come here all day and he could say, my client was guilty. He pled guilty to this and that and the other thing. At the end of the day, this trial was about what Mr. Atwater said, about a traffic accident and about negligence and culpability. And at the end of the day, if the 2 officers were negligent in the placement of their vehicle and the placement of themselves in relation to that vehicle, they are at fault. That is established. That is accepted. That is the reality of the situation. The reality is, Your Honor, if an officer put themselves purposefully into a dangerous situation on purpose, if they went into a place they knew was going to explode, they had every reason to know it was going to explode, and they decided to enter the building, what would we call that? We'd call that negligence on their part. They did not follow training. No one would be culpable for a police officer making a conscious decision on their own to put themselves in danger, in harm's way. If we do this, Your Honor, what's next? The police on a traffic stop, if they stand in front of the vehicle on the bumper and there's a minor fender bender and the car rolls forward and hits them because they decided to stand in a bad place, are we going to allow police officers to sue people for minor traffic benders because they placed themselves in danger?
It's like saying I place myself.
They are trained, Your Honor, to be safe, to practice safety procedures. They go through rigorous training. It is their job to be safe and to preserve life, including the life of their own and others, including the people they work for. Jack Slane is a colonel. Shepard is a seasoned officer. And while they have their faults that I showed here on stand, and I attacked each of them for their testimonies and their past record and the reliability on the stand, which I still want on the record, Your Honor, that both of them have a questionable ability to give reliable testimony based on what's happened here over this trial. The reality of the situation is that both of them placed themselves in danger. They were negligent. That is the end of the story. That is the only thing that needs to be said in this case. On the fact of damages, Your Honor, counsel got up here and said he proved damages. He did not. The only thing that counsel did was come up here and speculate on damages. Well, if you would have worked, what would you have worked? It was like setting a child who wants all the cookies out of the cookie jar, right? We all know that kid's going to eat every cookie out of that cookie jar if you ask him, right? But in reality, if you put it on the top shelf and he can't reach it and you got to take it down for him, here's one cookie, kid. If you got to do your chores to get the cookie, it's less likely he's going to do it. But if you put the cookies out on the counter, how many of these cookies you want? Did you do all your chores today? You did them all yesterday, right? The day before? Here's the whole jar, kid. Of course they're going to tell you. Of course, Mr. Shepard's going to say, I would have worked every day. I would have worked 11 days. Or would have worked 8 days. I would have worked the whole day. Because they're looking to maximize the amount of damages that they get. The reality of the situation is, Your Honor, is that it's not about speculation in the court of law. It's about the reality of the situation. And I asked them specifically, what did you work the day before? I established they had no recollection of the 3 months prior. If counselor wanted to prove damages, he should have put in their employment records and the time that
That is
they have
true.
logged on
That is
and logged off of
absolutely true.
duty. He should have established a pattern, which he did not do. In fact, the pattern that was reliably stated here is the fact that Mr. Lane, he don't remember. And Mr. Shepard, he don't recall. So if they don't remember and they don't recall, Your Honor, there's no proof of any service. None. Zero. There is a big goose egg in that category. So the only reality that you have, Your Honor, is to assume that they worked zero. Because that is the only proof that we had. So there's an average of 0 over 3 months, which means the compensation they should receive for missed work days is $0. Period. As for other damages, Your Honor, at the end of the day, as I've said before, my argument on negligence stands tall. It stands tall on its own. They were negligent, and therefore they are not able to receive damages for something which they were negligent for. They caused the negligence, not my client. Again, I want to reinforce, they did not say what my client did, how he drove recklessly. They did not say if he was at excessive speeds or how fast he was going. They have proven nothing. Nothing at all, Your Honor. Nothing. And based on Mr. Shepard's service record and the fact that he was the one conscious after, and his disciplinary reports and how he flippantly deals with justice, and the fact that he can't even remember if he shot an unarmed civilian in the line of duty, is that a man whose word you can trust? Is that a man who we expect to be honest in his recollection of the events? Is that a man that, based on his testimony written and the testimony he gave here that were at odds with each other, is that a man that can be trusted? I would tell you that the vast majority of the citizenry of Los Santos would say no.
Who sent this shit?
My client is innocent of any negligence, Your Honor. This was negligence on the part of the police force. Please do not forget the impeachment that I placed on both of those witnesses, what I drew into question on the police report earlier, and all of the holes and inconsistency here. Mr. Atwater made no case at all. Mr. Atwater, the only thing he did here was argue with you, argue with me, and try to make me look bad. And he did a gross misservice to his clients here today. Gross. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, court will be in recess for approximately 10 to 15 minutes while I come up with my opinion and my verdict.
Oh shit, my legs were asleep.
Honey. What?
Someone threw me over the edge. I didn't do it, I swear. Sorry. Someone threw me over.
Damn, you alright?
Did you
Fine,
fall
I'm fine.
asleep during the case? Oh. Oh.
Motherfucker actually fell asleep.
Oh my god. Nah, you fell asleep.
Regardless, it's all good.
I mean, at that point, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we're not postponing it yet.
You made a really beautiful graph.
Mr. Clean just walk in here.
Right. But I mean, it's a play on words. That's what a courtroom is. It's verbal judo, is it not?
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna smoke another cigarette.
Well, I mean,
No, you're not.
Guilty. Probably should have opened with that.
Let go of me, demon.
Pled guilty. That's
Well,
all you need.
get out.
He
Get
pled guilty.
freaking wake up, dude.
Ah, you demon.
And he had a
Oh.
lawyer. Unless they understand why they're getting charged or something. For what reason? And they're
He
not just
pled
gonna plead guilty
admitted
to
he
that.
was the driver, admitted he
Yeah,
didn't know how
exactly.
fast they're going. He didn't see them, so he wasn't paying attention. It's all negligence on his.
I mean,
Which
yeah.
move was this? I'm doing good. How about you?
Who's that?
Oh yeah, but the whole system's corrupt, so it's not gonna matter.
It's either Shamu or Wayman.
She was talking.
I'm not really worried about it. I hope we win just despite Tony because he's piece of shit. But I'm not expecting to win.
Yeah. The guy sitting there. No, probably
Well,
not. But it
so
was more on the
so
principle.
the real reason Lane wanted to do this was to show that driving around like a maniac actually has consequences.
No, there
But
was
Tony
one there.
just went and ran with that were like terrible people and the police department's negligent and so on.
With them.
He won't do anything.
Shut the fuck up.
The circle goes again, baby. Nothing ever changes.
Fucked up.
No, I like that in I know.
Yeah.
The fact of the matter is, though, I mean, come on, like, here's short and fucking skinny of it, right?
Tell me there's nothing here.
Judges are scared to
drugs.
tell Tony to shut the fuck up when he's pulling the strings and on telling them how to do their job.
Yeah. Countless times I'm like, no, I can object to cross-examination. No, you can't object at all. It's like, say yes or no to it, or you're just gonna leave it vague and just let him keep stating wrong.
That's what's wrong, okay? Like, they have the power to tell Tony, shush. I'm gonna do the job my way, because it's my job. You know what I mean? But they don't. I know.
Because he's Tony, we all know why.
He's very good. You can't tell me he's not good at what he does. He was a very good commissioner. He's very good in the courtroom.
He's good at
fucking
what he does,
exceptional.
but he has some extra oomph, you know?
Oh, he's just very fucking intimidating.
No.
Yeah, but we're not gonna,
No, I know, I'm not the same.
I have to remind you guys, I'm not a DA anymore, so I'm not bound by like privilege. With
I know you're
anything that
not. Because I roasted some bitch out front yesterday when she said you're the PD lawyer. I said, actually, he's not a PD lawyer, but, you know, the PD lawyer is called a prosecutor. Say it with me. Prosecutor.
Someone in the gallery even called me a DA or something like that, and I'm like, nope, that's not it. One day you'll learn.
Seeing us as cops, even though we're here as civilians. Like, this is
Yep. That's what I tried to point out. It's like, we're not here as cops. Yeah, we're here as you know, you're victims who happen to be cops. That's how I've been trying to put it.
My point is, it's not Tony's fault. He's good at what he does.
No, it's not.
I blame the judges for not fucking having a spine. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the time. That's it. It can, like, yeah, he might be right. But he's got no room in a court to tell a judge how to do their job, so they shouldn't be telling him to shut the fuck up. If anything, that's embarrassing for them.
That's what we said yesterday. If this were Barty, he would have already told Rico to fucking like pound sand and made him leave.
Yeah, he would have.
Treating a judge like that.
He definitely would have.
I'd have been in jail.
If this were Barty, this would have been over in like 2 seconds.
What you doing?
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought she was
So originally she was up there and she said she wanted, and so she wanted
Sorry
to give me
about
my
that.
recusal and impeachment, but also
That's
not
not
giving to me.
her,
She
that's
was going to
someone else.
recuse the both of us from being your lawyers, and that you could refile and get a whole new judgment. Where me and Tony were both like, yeah, that's a rights violation. You can't do that.
No, you can't. You can't do that.
I'm just really annoyed.
So
by the
she gave
memory
up on that real
argument
quick.
for an accident that happened like 2 months ago.
Yeah, it's exactly like 1 month ago.
Because it wouldn't have been good for, you know, I doubt the whole city would have. I would have loved to got into the whole VU shit and the FDF crap.
Yeah,
I'd
I'm
love to
just.
have gotten
That was
to that.
wild. He's talking about like when that dude got killed, even though the colonel wasn't like didn't fire a shot. And all
No,
this
I'm
shit.
talking about you mean when the
He said some guy
commissioner was-
Marcus died in a bulldozer.
Another white.
Right, but like okay, so the whole VU stuff wasn't even tied to that. It was tied to something that Tony did, and I was investigating Tony.
Excuse me.
This was basically let's slander the department and 2 cops
Well-
for 2 days.
Right. So if Tony would have, so here's the thing, right? Is anyone on the balcony?
No.
So Tony, I never finished the IA because he resigned, but I'll give you the line there, okay? Tony suffered a traumatic brain injury at the hands of the FBI. Tony then broke out of ICU, was never fully treated for his brain injury. He then pushed for the raid on the VU and the FDF. Took 2 HVTs in his car, right? Around the fucking houses, I'm talking way past the
I'll
hospital,
give you a quick
going no.
lesson that if I threw her off
And
the
they
balcony,
basically-
that will be negligence, and she will be able to sue me civilly. Unlike that fucking guy.
It was basically, well, they both ended up dying.
Yeah, I knew about that one. I heard it through the
But
rumor
he was
back
trying to
when it
make out like that was all related to Lane, and it wasn't. That was all related to what happened to him.
He was trying to blame everything on Lane.
I feel so bad for the justice.
I'm telling you, man, you guys' biggest misstep was Lane wearing pants.
So
Shoulda wore
because he knew
shorts.
that I was investigating an IA on him.
100%, and then claimed it was a medical
Those
condition.
two, right? The death of those two. He then resigned with a press conference and said that the whole PD was corrupt, which actually there was no valid or
I know.
said
there was
the,
actually no
Major
corruption
Crimes was
investigations
secret
open
police.
at the time other than his. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You see? You
Tony,
see
I
what
got a
I'm saying?
question.
Yep.
So TLDR. Right.
It's really a time thing for me. I don't know. I don't want to do like any paperwork.
But that's why I would have loved to have got up there, because he was trying to link that whole VU thing to Lane's running with the FDF, but that was nothing to do with it. The whole VU
You'd have
thing
to find a
was his
lawyer to
running
do
with
the paperwork,
FDF,
and then I do
and
everything
he
else.
actually resigned.
That's not the
because
time
it
for
was probably about
the
to
other
come out
stuff.
that he was involved in the death of 2 gang members in his death. And the whole, you know, like I can't go around saying that after my confession, but I'd love to have gotten the stand. I really wish you'd have put me
Yes,
on the
can I
stand
help
for
you?
this amount. If
What do you
anyone
want,
could
Judas?
have. Because I can't just go,
Know what you
because I've
fucking
never filed a case against him for that. You know?
Oh, you don't know, do you?
No, I don't.
That's really. That's
I gotta
really
text
crazy.
Aria London. Let me rip the name or the number again. Dodge.
Contempt of court.
Contempt of court? Motherfucker, of what? For what? I didn't do nothing.
For what? What do you mean? For contempt of court.
For what?
I told you.
You know right now, dude.
That was contempt.
Just don't fuck with that.
Yeah, that's true.
That's not the guy you want to fuck with, dude. I'm telling you right.
Who, Mr. Clean?
And then I was given the case.
Like he's fucking.
But I never picked them back
He's.
up.
I'm chilling. He's blaming me for shit that I never fucking did.
I didn't
Like,
blame you for anything.
You sure about that?
I'm very sure about that.
Look, you stepped behind me and my friends and literally waited for.
Yeah, weird. There's a lot of distractions coming from that area, and then I sat there and no.
That is true. So get the fucking stepping.
Get to fucking stepping.
Die fucking stutter.
Okay, buddy. I said get to fucking
Who said I
stepping.
wasn't married?
God damn.
Damn, somebody pissed in his Cheerios today.
You sure?
My bad.
I wanted that one to understand so I could make some things very clear to fucking.
God damn.
Okay.
Legally, still was called.
He tried to make the BU raid tie back to your running.
Motherfuckers piss me off sometimes.
Ties back to his running.
I
We
can
was
rep
just
the
chilling
Captain.
too. That's wild.
That is fucking wild. If he wants to fucking catch a hustle, go ahead. Arrest me.
Another
I'm
court
so
case.
Sorry, ma'am. I apologize.
If he want, if he
Oh
if
my
he
God.
wants
Yes,
to
ma'am.
do it,
I'm sorry.
go ahead.
Back to back, I'm down.
Who to hire?
Hire Mills.
He thought I was Sana.
It was excellent. It was excellent.
I was like, oh, cool.
Anyway.
Oh hey, Mr. Clean. Being too loud, you're being disruptive.
That's what makes me laugh. That on Twitter begging for money for his contempt. It doesn't
I can arrest you for contempt of court.
also owns a business.
Shut the fuck
Where did he even get that from? We were just standing there.
Advice.
Not that I'm aware of. But I mean, it's not gonna be different.
I really don't give a fuck. I hope he
I
hears
mean,
me.
you can't miss him. I mean, the back of his bald head shines.
Yeah, I don't give I don't give two fucks if he fucking hears me.
Yeah, you clearly want me to hear you. You've said that
I'm glad-
16
no,
times
I'm
without me
glad
saying
you
anything
fucking hear
back.
me. I'm literally glad.
Yeah, I
you
know.
fucking
You
hear
just said it 10
I'm
times.
fucking glad.
What is going on?
I'm fucking
This dude
glad.
just sat back here and said, "Man, I hope he hears me."
Trying to
50
fucking
times.
arrest me for contempt of fucking court.
If I want to arrest you, I'm going to arrest you.
For contempt of court, that's crazy.
Hey,
knock it out.
Catch another fucking lawsuit. Go ahead.
All of you shut up. The
bro,
judge has
check
already
on
given
that
us the
bad- dead
okay
end.
that if we need to charge anybody here with contempt of court, we don't need her say.
Not during
This is
recess.
your one warning. Not be
He
respectful.
fucking he started it.
For what?
Fragile ego.
your warning.
Looking for a fragile ego. Where is it?
There's nothing wrong with what they
AJ, shoot for a
It's
bench
at
trial.
It's at MRPD.
got a judge to expunge it, and it happened months ago. So
Shit, I probably would shoot for a fucking bench trial.
It's just funny that as soon as I
I'd be mad too if I was a cop and about to lose a trial.
it's like, cool, we'll solve that problem.
I mean,
That's
what
crazy.
discipline power is?
We about to lose?
Excuse me, officer. I would like to go to the other side.
Oh yeah, no problem, man. Let's go ahead and head over there. Yeah,
Thank
That's
God.
how you babysitting me now.
yeah.
That's
Yeah,
fucking
yeah, yeah, yeah.
crazy.
When you act like a child, you get a babysitter. Come on.
I'm not acting like
Damn, AJ got some pets.
AJ, you got a babysitter over there or what, big boy?
Hey, tug, hey, pull the
that's
leash a
crazy.
little
No, I
harder.
don't have a fucking babysitter. His bald head ass can fucking go.
Damn.
Contempt of
Thank
court. and
God.
He's just chilling.
Is that all you had to do to get rid of him?
Yes, ma'am. Just had to throw him with a little juice box. Couldn't handle it. Bubba didn't know what
Do you
to
have crayons in a coloring book?
crayons and coloring book?
Yeah, if you got juice boxes, I'm assuming you got crayons in the coloring book.
Oh yeah. Here, hang on a second.
Can I have a sticker?
Yeah, yeah.
Ah, so peaceful now.
Can I have a sticker that does the smelly smells?
I think she's gonna be like 50-50, like give you half of what you're seeking, and then. I think that's what it's gonna be.
Can't be loud or we'll get arrested.
Yeah.
I literally just walked out because
Yeah, if we talk too loud, we get in trouble.
Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy.
If we talk too loud?
Yeah, if we talk too loud.
Oh my gosh, I don't know if it. I don't. It's coloring books and crayons.
Are those color books and crayons or what one?
Keep your voices down, guys. We're still in a court of law.
Thank you.
Gimme.
But it's
We're
not
in
that-
recess.
That's, yep, there it
Anybody
is.
else who wants coloring books and
Action,
crayons?
sir.
Coloring books and crayons. Who wants to draw until the court?
Coloring books and crayons. Thanks, man.
Free, by the way. Anybody?
If you want to do that shit, go ahead.
You? Here you go.
If we have to sit through another long ass monologue, you're gonna want these.
Grab one.
Oh, fuck, I hurt you.
You got stickers? Here, put some stickers in here so I can pass them out for you.
I didn't do shit. Bald head ass officer right there. That probably fucking
AJ, why are you yelling at?
Crayons,
AJ.
coloring books, and stickers from the police department. Anybody want any? This guy. You want one, Dan?
What are you running for?
red flavor.
Here, let me help you. Let me take some. I'll help you out.
Okay. All right.
All right.
I love some matte blue Scooby-Doo dummies right now.
Coloring books and crayons. Coloring books and crayons.
Why you gotta bring up shit like that, man? Come on.
Get your coloring books and crayons. Get your coloring books, crayons, pictures, you name it.
Give the PD.
Daniel,
Excuse me.
I
ma'am.
need that
If I
right
interest
now.
you in the coloring
please
book,
remove
crayon,
the
and sticker-
boxes from the courtroom.
Sir, could we get one of them coloring books?
Hey, you
A little kid over here that needs it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me give it back to this cop right here then.
guys got Cracker Jacks?
Here's your stuff back, sir.
No Cracker Jacks, apparently.
Yep.
The last 2 days,
There you go.
man.
Yep.
I mean, I kind of forgot you exist outside the scene.
I got a color book and crayons.
Nice.
Yeah. I'm gonna stay here and draw till they start this back up.
Sick.
Next thing you'll know, they'll tell us we're coloring too loudly.
Hey man, the sounds of crayons.
Well, I
on
mean,
paper
they
is
can't
really
because the
loud.
cop gave it to us, so it'd be his fault. What kind of coloring book did you get? I got Sesame Street.
Wish I had some Legos right now.
Ooh. Hey, officer, you got some Legos?
I got Paw Patrol.
You got Paw Patrol? Damn. Let me get a page, man.
We got
duplex.
He's the worst.
Yeah, I'll take it. Let me get
Did
that.
I get the limited edition of the the half naked
Appreciate it.
firefighters? Or is that just me?
Is that's what you got? Officer, what kind of book did you give us, man? Half naked firefighters?
I mean, shirts off, water going everywhere.
Oh.
If you feel anything sticking up, just don't question it.
What the fuck?
The hell you just say?
Are y'all fucking in the courtroom?
No, it's the crayons.
Oh, okay.
I just realized something.
Go.
Because everybody's face right now.
Right now. Yeah, Biggie's cosplaying as a white man right now.
Practicing wouldn't be the first time.
Excuse me, got no motorcycle.
Saved you a spot, AJ.
Excuse me.
Get on his lap.
Excuse me.
Where are you gonna sit?
Can I help you?
Here, I colored this page in here. Here you go. Thanks for the page, dog.
Oh, can I have it? NFT?
Yeah, here. Take it.
That's
In my hand.
NFTs. Go over.
I wanted to sit next to him.
Yep.
Sit on his left. Just get the fuck off.
I wanted to sit next to Jamal.
Oh, damn. He tried to split us apart, Dan.
How did you manage to fit in there?
Excuse me, sir.
I don't fucking know how I got in there.
I don't think that's humanly possible.
Sally sells seashells by the sea.
Fuck's sake. How about asking?
Peter Piper picked the pickled peppers.
What the fuck?
What is happening?
What the fuck?
Can't burn that in here.
You have 5 seconds to move.
So you can't have
no
that in
outside
court,
food or
right?
drink.
Damn, Dan.
Doesn't say well.
You weren't sitting down.
He's not
I've been here.
Only me, I eat.
You weren't sitting down though.
What?
I be eating all the
Oh shit!
Damn, Dan, I didn't know you rolled like that. You sit on his lap, bro.
Pause.
In this state, sir.
Fucking hell, you just sat on my lap without even asking me. Didn't even get me a fucking dinner first.
Damn,
Let's get
dog.
stink ass breath.
I don't even know what the fuck.
I must
Then
be
why'd
tripping
you
'cause
ask
you're
for the
staying-
AJ, chill, dude.
sausage?
I'm gonna go check on.
Hi, have a good time.
It's like Glock in your pants. Are you happy to see me?
Oh,
Hey,
I'm
what's your
very
name?
excited right now.
man's got Glock dookies.
Guys, we're not supposed to be talking when you get in trouble.
Yep, contempt. I'm sorry.
My mommy's gonna yell at me.
What's your name? Oh,
Ooh.
well, hello,
What?
guy.
Jar Jar?
Hi.
Hey,
The
there's
name's
no way
Guy?
you're gonna arrest us all, right? Like,
Hey, guy.
I'm a lawyer. I mean, at this point.
Oh, you're a lawyer. Get out there.
negligence.
Good to see you, Miss
Not
Rock.
Doing my favorite word, just negligence.
Negligent.
Everybody doing okay?
I'm just waiting for someone to scream, I have a bomb.
Objection. Hearsay.
Objection, Your Honor.
Objection.
She's the one
Relevance.
that shit on my bed.
I'm in contempt. You're in contempt.
My dog stepped on a bee.
Oh my
When you have presented in front of you as a
You
reverse
want me on
charge.
that wall. You need me
Cap.
on that wall.
I think he was doing cocaine because I saw a jar A jar? I got a jar of dirt. I got a jar.
If someone gets guilty, just double it and pass it to the next person.
Yeah, Uno reverse.
Hey, Jamal.
Bless you.
Yeah, that'd be nice to have. You get pulled over. You know what? I stopped you today. Uno reverse card. You have a good day.
Well,
At that point, you just take the officer's stuff.
Marco.
Yep, pretty much.
Marco.
Uno drop reverse.
Marco.
Exactly.
I kind of want to go to prison.
We get a phone call.
We should back up. She's married.
I haven't been to prison yet. That sounds fun.
Hello?
I was just making sure your
Hey.
ringer's off.
Hey, nothing,
What's up?
because I'll beat
I was
the
just making
shit
sure
out
your
of
ringer's
somebody.
off.
How can I help you, Dan?
I was making sure your ringer's off.
Hi. Hello.
Dan?
You have
Hello?
Hello?
Do you have food for us?
Hello?
I like food.
I think
Give
he
me food.
butt out me.
Do you have the ring too?
What do you mean?
Wow.
You weren't
I
talking
like
to me.
this.
I couldn't hear you.
I was.
Give
No,
me
you
food,
wasn't,
man.
Dan.
Jamal.
What's up, donation, Dan? What's going on?
Your mother
Yeah,
says
what's up,
don't
man? I
let
was
it
just
go
making sure
you
your
get
ringer's
food
off.
for it.
Yeah, I agree.
Dan?
I agree.
Oh?
I don't.
I like that one.
Dan? Hello, Dan?
Hello?
I don't.
Wait a
I
second.
don't
Let me
like
The
try
worst
something.
part is I can tell who's doing this.
Hello,
You
Dan?
have the
Hello?
So
There you are. Hey, Dan.
Hey,
We're
what's
gonna
going
take
on? I was just
What up,
making sure your
buddy?
ringer's off.
Yeah, it's all
Okay,
right.
I work with you.
Alright, good
Yeah,
stuff.
what we doing?
Bro, you're motherfucking football. You don't even use your feet.
Okay, bye, Dan.
Goodbye.
Yeah,
Don't
like
worry, I'm
fucking once in a blue
protecting you now.
moon.
Me and Sham Yeah, have yeah, good we got you. security.
You know, I'm not taking this shit from a motherfucker that like beans on toast. Okay?
Beans on toast is disgusting.
Do y'all put mayonnaise on your sandwiches?
Fuck beans on
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Beans on
Hello?
toast.
Y'all put
I do.
extra mayonnaise?
Hi.
No.
Extra cheese, though.
Ew.
Shit. Ew. Ew. What the
That's
fuck?
too much
Cheese on a
cheese, dog.
sandwich?
No, there's no such
There's
thing.
no such
Okay,
thing.
there's no such
You
thing.
guys eat
No such
sandwiches?
thing ever.
Yeah, raise your hand.
I just see the bread.
Yeah, y'all eat glizzies?
Because I'm trying to.
Absolutely.
What?
I double glizzy it up sometimes. You know, put two
Oh my
glizzies,
God.
one bun.
Bagel with like a jalapeno cheddar.
Oh, shit. Oh, yeah.
That's how my mom eats them.
I could probably bake.
Ooh, somebody's ringer's not off.
Fucking quarter. Someone's in
Ooh.
Contempt.
Ooh. Contempt. Your phone's ringing.
Contempt.
I found who it is. It's a public
Who is it?
defender. Tony
Is it
T.
really?
You should just let
Wow, Tony.
Tony, turn it off.
Answer the phone or I'm whooping your ass. Answer the phone or I'm whooping your
Asshole
ass.
calling! Asshole calling!
What is
There's an asshole on
wrong?
the other end of the line. Answer it quick. You can talk to the big asshole.
Bro, what is going
Hold
on?
up. Which one is the one with the asshole? I need that one.
Excuse me, everybody. Please stop disturbing the courting room. Thanking you.
What is going on here, man?
I was between that one and the shit my pants one.
You got another stupid ass message from another stupid ass person.
Asshole calling! Asshole calling!
Bro, turn your fucking phone off, man.
Answer it quick. You can talk to the big asshole.
School's down. Taking so long, ladies and gentlemen.
Bro, who?
No, that's not my
fucking-
phone. That's
Bro.
not my phone.
Me.
To be honest, you probably need to
Whose
clear
phone
out
is
the
it?
whole courtroom.
That's not my phone.
Not mine.
Not mine.
Bro, court stops for 5 minutes. Ooh, somebody shared a fucking thing.
Hey, I know people are looking at you funny.
That's the
Answer me right now.
I got you. What's his name?
Keep going until you answer me, okay?
What's that?
Everybody
Bro,
who
we
like
stopped
my
court
Twitter
for
Can
account.
we
5
just
minutes and
can
everybody
we
turned
clear
their
out
phones
the
on.
court because there's too many
Oh my
children.
goodness.
Agreed.
Turn your phone off.
Answer me. Answer me. I said
Another
answer me.
fucking
Asshole calling! Asshole calling! There's an asshole on the other end of the line.
Bro, who's? Oh my Jesus
Keep
Christ.
going until you answer me, okay? Answer me. Gotta do it.
Hi, Tony.
Guy.
Clear everyone out.
Let's go.
I was gonna ask her to ban phones, but she called
As I
us.
said,
No,
ladies and gentlemen, for your patience,
clear out the
I
court.
She's back.
Have
Oh,
spent
shit.
a long time deliberating over the arguments we've heard over the last 2 days and the evidence, and I'm ready to make a ruling here. In the matter of Lane and Shepard versus North, this court rules as follows. As stated numerous times during the proceedings, civil cases are judged on a preponderance of evidence. While counsel for the defense had an opportunity to challenge the police report and attempt to refute and/or impeach the statement and report made by Chief Pike, he chose not to. Therefore, by preponderance of evidence,
No,
defendant
Dan, I'm
pled
not
guilty
gonna
to
go on.
criminal
No.
charges brought against him, one of which was reckless driving, which names him as the driver that caused the traffic accident this whole case is built around. The defendant admitted guilt criminally, and justice was served with regards to those crimes as a matter of fact. The court hereby refutes the defense's claim that it was not proven that Mr. North was the driver of the vehicle that caused this incident. In speaking to the subject of negligence and placing a dollar amount on such a claim, the court finds that the counsel for the plaintiff was unable to adequately prove through testimony and evidence the amount of lost wages for officers Shepard and Shepard and Lane, and therefore dismisses the prayer for relief of lost wages. As for other compensatory prayers for relief, this court acknowledges the law enforcement officers knowingly and willingly put themselves in harm's way every day in the course of their duties, and by taking on that duty, submit themselves to dangerous and life-threatening situation. And while Corporal Shepard's injury was severe, he regained eventual use of his broken leg. However, this court cannot deny that Mr. North's admitted recklessness has forever maimed Colonel Lane in the complete loss of his leg. Therefore, this court rules in favor of the plaintiff and awards $30,000 to Colonel Lane for both compensatory relief and loss of consortium.
Woo! Text message.
And that is all. Court is adjourned.
Big L, small dick.
L judge. L judge.
Damn, that's crazy. That's fucking crazy.
So wait, who won?
Damn,
Is
you should
the
have let you
biggest
impeach her.
The court got dismissed.
So you can be a mediocre lawyer and
Cops
win?
lost.
Ah,
Cops
man.
lost.
Nobody has any clue what's going on. It's so funny.
Now all the fucking ringtones come back on. Oh my gosh. This is so annoying.
What a fucking barber when you need it.
I'm gonna kill you. I know it's you.
That's not me. Hashtag best lawyer.
Yes, everyone. Oni Mills better than Jonathan Atwater. We all know it.
Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Was that person trying to just hit everything on the way out or what? Like, damn. He's like 10 points for the trash can, 20 for the bench. All right.
Might be able to buy a car.
Hello?
Hi, this PJ?
Yeah, this is.
Okay, this guy who represented you once,
No.
guys see in Yellow Page that you work for money?
Oh, yeah.
I need taxi. You can do that?
Yeah.
Okay. Guy out front courthouse.
Okay, you need to be picked up from the courthouse?
Yeah.
All right, I'll be on my ways.
Okay, thank you, PJ.
Yep, you're welcome.
Bye.
Thank you. What a sweetheart.
Hi, Nico. PJ. You got taxi?
That's me.
Hi, PJ.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. I just need to go up to Sandy Shore.
Okay. You already got it marked on a gift.
Yeah. This is a very nice car.
What do you think?
I like all mods you do to it.
Just a bunch of cardboard onto it and some paint.
That's pretty good.
Well, thank you.
What are you up to today, PJ?
Oh, not a whole lot. Been kind of trying to figure it out myself.
Okay. I just wake up and go to very big court trial. It's very important.
Oh, yeah, I seen on Twitter it was popping off all night.
Yeah.
So how'd the court case end up going?
Judge rule in cop favor? So good for cop?
Oh, damn.
I think there's going to be a lot of crime very soon because of ruling.
Oh, I wouldn't doubt it.
I think a lot of people, like other lawyer, Tony Mill.
Oh, damn.
So, because he lost, people probably do crime.
Oh, yeah, I can see it. I see it on Yellow Pages. People were trying to protest up there.
Oh, I not even see that yet.
Yeah, so if they ruled in favor of the cops, I'm pretty sure shit's gonna hit the fans.
I think so too. That's good for Guy though.
Oh yeah.
Guy lawyer, so business.
Oh yeah, business is monies.
Yeah. If you ever get caught do crime, call for Guy. Guy best lawyer.
No, most definitely.
How much Guy owe you for ride?
Whatever you think is fair.
Okay. What state ID?
8148.
8148. This good here.
And yeah, there you go.
Okay, thank you, PJ.
Yep, I appreciate that.
Bye.
Yep, it's smooth.
Oh, I don't have my keys. Oh, there we go. Oh, there goes the window. Yep. Yeah, they were seeking 330K, they got 30K, so what's that? 90% they didn't get? Somewhere close to. Did I just kill something? Oh no. I didn't know we're left. Yeah, so I'm assuming it was somewhere like down here. It's blocking like an ambulance. Speeding down. Which, I mean, technically they should be in the farthest right lane. But also if there's an exit, I don't know. I think it was a fair ruling. The fact that he got 30,000. Because we never contested that, like, he was negligent. Check. Cool. That's right. I wanted to grab my check. Nice, 25 grand. Yeah, it's something I gotta be more careful of if I'm having my clients plead guilty. You turn on a solid white line.
Okay. It's a long story, but I'm gonna keep it kind of short. Basically, I fell off a building like 2 months ago. I had brain surgery. I lost all my hair. Then I was in a coma. Okay. I woke up today finally,
and I had this in my apartment, and I just want to get rid of it.
You want me to pick that up?
Yeah,
What is
please. It's a gun. It's a gun. A pistol. I do not remember what
Oh.
it was from. I don't know if it's mine or not. Probably not, because I don't have a gun license. I'm just trying to do the right thing from here on out because my it's a little rusty.
Looks
It
like
was
it's all
sitting in my-
fucked up to me. What the hell?
Yeah. Well, it
Just
was
go
sitting
throw
in
it
a
in the
fucking
trash. Why? Go throw
Yeah,
it in
but-
the trash.
I just want to be a better person moving forward because life's short. When I fell off that building and I woke up with brain injury, I just realized that life's short. I just want to be a better person, so I just figured I'd just bring it to you.
What's your name?
My name's Lambo.
Lambo? Let
Yeah.
me guess. Is your last name Lamborghini?
No.
No.
Last name's Mercy.
Oh, nice to
My
meet you,
dad-
Lambo.
my-
Appreciate you
my-
bringing that piece of shit pistol here for me.
My dad owns the Lamborghini, and so he named me
damn,
after.
nice.
Lambo Mercy.
You want to hear a fucked up story?
Yeah, let's hear it. What's up?
So my dad told me he was gonna fly me out to Rio to take over the Lamborghini dealership. That fucker sent me to this fucking place.
Why? Why he
Months
sent you
ago.
here?
I don't know. He told me I was gonna have all the money, all the fucking girls, all the fucking booze, all the fucking shit that I wanted. And then he sent me here with nothing.
You gotta make your own way around these spots now.
Yeah, I do.
Right, I gotta go get changed and yeah, I gotta start my shift.
Is that a
so-
real gun?
Yeah, that's a real gun.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I will not be seeing you out on the streets because I'm a good person.
Hope to see you safe out there. Bye bye.
See, I don't know what this aggravated assault charge is for. Why'd you plead guilty to this? Who was your lawyer? Damn it. Grab this.
I was on my way. I can see if they're tucked in somewhere.
I want to know who the lawyer was on this. Oh, I like this. Double battery can play in versus. Criminal use because of the GSR. Simple battery of a government employee resisting arrest. I want to know if there's enough RS here. So we detained him after he said no? Is that the escalation? I don't know. I don't think that's lawful. That's a rights violation. Mr. Anderson? Which will make everything else for the poisonous tree. See, when you say he's detained and then he runs, that's the only thing. I don't know what rank Bevington is. I need someone to tell me to take like a grammar class. That way I can speak in full sentences. Nobody's brought up the fact that I only speak in third person. I mean, they brought it up, but they haven't been like, yeah, why do you do that? Six hours ago, we have no plea. It's obviously guilty, but we don't have it. That one's Matt Shadows. No clue. This one's Zeke. This one's Matt Shadows too. Did I serve an Ava? It was Ava Haribo, right? Is that her? Yeah. Yeah, she had Raven Estelle's firearm. Right. Bump. Huh. Does that have stroke typing that? Hold 984, let's see. Hi, Gildor.
How's your day going?
It's good. I kind of just wake up and go to big court case.
Well, good morning.
Good morning. I think it's going to be very busy after Storm because of court ruling.
Oh? The court ruling who won?
Court ruled in favor of cop, but a lot of people like Tony Mills, so I think a lot of crime happened because of that.
Yeah, it's gonna be messy probably if Tony lost.
That means more work for Guy though, so that's kind of good for Guy.
It also means more work for me because there was probably gonna be a bunch of chases.
That's true too.
I hate it, but yeah.
You get paid per tow?
Yeah, when they pay out, they're a bit spotty.
Okay, I understand. But you get hourly too, right?
Yeah, we get 900 an hour and then 800 per tow call when they pay. Only like 1/3 to half of them pay. So.
Okay, so kind of 40% chance.
Yeah. I don't do it for the pay, so.
That's good. Always good to help people.
Yeah, just keep the streets clean of all the cars and help get things where they need to go. I didn't realize it was that late. The storm's coming.
Yeah, it's pretty late. How long Galdo been around?
Good question. I have no clue. Let me look at my dispatch. First call. I've been clocked on for 6 hours.
Oh, that's a long shift.
Well, that's just the first call. I think I was clocked on for an hour before it happened. So probably 7 hours.
That's a long time.
Yeah, it's what I do.
That's good.
Sometimes I'll pull 12-hour shifts. Really, it's just kind of random.
I do that sometimes too. Especially now, guy lawyer and not paralegal. It's a lot easier.
Yeah, you get a lot more work.
Yeah. Guy not have to worry about being with lawyer. Guy can just take a cell call.
Yeah, that's good.
I think next job, maybe guy do EMS or doctor.
Eh. I've been a paramedic before. It's a good job.
Guy want to do every job.
Fair enough.
But guy not the best lawyer yet, so guy need to become best lawyer before he change job.
That's what you feel.
Outdoor best tow truck driver?
As far as I know.
That's what guy think too.
I mean, I'm definitely the most well known.
Most consistent too.
I mean, it's the only job I do, so. I'm the only one clocked on right now.
That's good. No competition.
Yeah. Not that there's any competition anyway. I mean, I'm not competing. It's just a job. I don't care if someone gets there before me and does it. As long as it gets done.
Guy very competitive.
Yeah, I'm not competitive at all.
That's good in its own way. Guy sometimes too competitive.
I'm like, oh, you want me to come with you? Okay, I'll get in.
That's a guy problem. Sometimes even after cop drop charge down to lesser charge, guys still want to argue his point. Even though charge already dropped down. So guy need to unlearn that.
Yeah, you gotta be careful there, because they
Talk
might
too much
just get a little angry.
might fuck it over.
I like this dude's name, Bolo. It's a funny name.
God, that red is so hard to see. Anything in the news app yet? Yeah, this one's interesting. Why'd you plead no contest to this?
Yeah, apparently someone targeted the mayor.
I see that on Twitter.
Yeah, that's interesting. So yeah, that's considering a relationship with Tony, that's probably gonna definitely mean weirdness after the storm.
Got confused because it sounded like her and Tony's friend.
Yeah, they are.
So I'm not sure why people tried to hurt her.
Because she's the mayor and they're scumbags.
Hmm.
And it's all it really takes. Mayor's a dangerous job.
I want to be mayor.
Yeah, I mean, you could try. It's a lot of votes you need.
That's okay.
Go back to my usual sitting spot.
Okay.
You enjoy meditating on your roof, looking at the MDT.
Okay. Bye. Why are you contesting that? I mean, there's no way to prove that. Who was your lawyer?
Hello, motherfucker. Are you a lawyer?
That lawyer.
You were just playing with an MDT, motherfucker. You a lawyer or not?
Yeah.
Okay, can you help me find motherfucker? I'm looking for a cop. She has white hair. I got a name. It's like Swan Black? Some shit like that. Black Swan? Blackwater?
Blackwood, I think.
Some shit like that, motherfucker.
It's Blackwood. Why are you looking for her?
Blackwood. Oh, I want to show her my twin. She'll love this.
Oh. Yeah, let me call her.
Thanks, motherfucker. Tell him it's Mr. Ratchet. Touch me, baby.
You singer?
Taking forever.
Yeah, I had to find her in my contacts. Wait a second. Hey, Blackwood. Ratchet is here and wants to show you his twin.
That's starting to sound off really bad. I thought it made it sound like you were about to say penis.
Yeah, he's at MRPD. Yeah. Careful, you almost squished the guy. Jeez.
Ah, that's all right, motherfucker. Probably help his speech impediment, motherfucker.
I make sure to move. I let him park.
Hey, your hair all fucked up. You gotta get your braids done. Or get the better shape up.
You mean guy?
Huh? No, not you, motherfucker. I'm talking to myself.
She said she'll be here in a minute.
Okay. Which one is me, motherfucker?
This one is not you.
How can you
How do you know?
Because this one's covered in crack.
That's just a donut.
That's true. That's not a donut.
Yeah, it's true. It's probably. I don't think that's crack.
That was delicious, motherfucker. That was definitely crack. What y'all motherfuckers' office is getting into?
Yeah, he's smoking from
Yeah.
pipe.
It's not crack.
Definitely was
I'm not
crack. I
getting
smoked crack.
No, I'm not getting into crack. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, hey, wait. Talk to this guy. That's me.
Hi. It's locked.
What are you doing?
Why is it locked?
Does it lock it?
Oh, okay. I'll just unlock it.
Taking a
Don't-
crack at it?
Don't you unlock that?
Don't
Well,
do it.
I mean, I'm
Don't
not.
you do that?
Don't do it.
Don't you do it?
Don't do
Don't
it.
you do
They
it.
might have to shoot.
I might. Wait, did you say shoot me?
Yeah, they shoot.
They might have to. I mean, they kind of.
Wait, who
normally
does?
do.
Cops. Other cops.
Do they really?
Yeah.
Too many shenanigans.
Well, I heard half the gangbangers ain't even around. I can't find nobody.
I just want you all to be advised that Mr. Ratchet is currently.
Be safe out there.
That's not true.
We're just sitting in it. I'm not sure which one.
Okay, I did see it. But I have hostages.
Here, be safe.
That's probably not great.
Yeah, Ratchet's a little weird. I don't think I'll hurt him, but it is still bad.
You could tow car.
Yeah, I don't want Ratchet to come and shoot me.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah, if it gets marked, I'll tow it, but otherwise, I'm not gonna touch it. It's for my own safety.
That's a good idea.
Oh, and I'm getting one down the road. I need to go take care of.
Good luck.
Yeah, not far. It's just this Suchi and pillbox cell.
No case with lawyer in 3 hours? Yeah. That's pretty funny. LaSalle's still around. The hell is this? Olive Turner, when did I get that? Probably gonna switch over to Hill Up after. There's our storm. Why'd this guy wake up? You got 10 minutes till storm when you wake up. That's crazy. One second. Oops. How should I have been cash? Just wrote that in right. Way to go. Storm before the storm. I go onto Twitter, and there's ass. Does my bank have multiple? Oh, I missed the exit. What the hell are those doing? That's crazy. I don't want to cause some paranormal. So many videos. Oh. was like, what is Guy Disguise? I forgot it's my thing. My construction man. Oh, there it goes. Okay, I'm gonna do what I usually do, end stream, come back, so I can have 2 different titles. Thank you, appreciate you, I'll be right back.